And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, Mike Perez. And his opponent, Tapia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we continue with the action here at the World Boxing Super Series quarterfinals. 10 rounds this in the Cruiserweight division. Your referee in charge when the bell sounds is Sam Burgos. Introducing first, fighting to my left out of the red corner. He comes in wearing the white with the black. Official weight 197 pounds. His record 23 wins, 15 of those by knockout against 3 losses and 1 draw. Fighting out of Havana, Cuba. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mike Perez. And his adversary fighting to my right out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the blue trunks. Tip the scales officially at 198 pounds. His record 18 wins, 11 of those by knockout against 1 blemish. Fighting out of the Bronx, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tapia.
Let's go. Sit back. Listen to me. Look at me. Right, gentlemen. Be my command. Protect yourself at all times. Right here looks good. Right here looks good. Touch him if you want to. Come out of the belt. Judge. Let's go. Mike. In the corner. Mouthpiece. Step back, gentlemen.
10 rounds scheduled. Tapia and Mike Perez And having just been inside the ring for a brief moment, my goodness, does Tapia have a ton of energy.
I love the excitement from Tapia. This is a very good cruiserweight matchup. A lot of people maybe haven't heard of these guys, but Tapia's coming off a very good win over Latif Coyote last year, a win that he completely dominated over a former world title challenger. Definitely better days behind him, but Keith Tapia controlled every moment of that fight.
Well, Tapia's only blemish came at the hands of Andrew Tabiti, who won last week in Yekaterinburg, Russia, to advance to the semifinals of the WBSS Cruiserweight Tournament.
Tapia's getting off first here, Ray. It's just the question. You see the strength. Look at the legs of Mike Perez. He was a heavyweight for a lot of years. He fought some good fights with Carlos Takam, Alexander Povetkin. He got KO'd early in that fight, but obviously he's not a full heavyweight. But moving down to the cruiserweight division, it'll be interesting to see how he competes against these top guys.
Yeah, Mike Perez looks fantastic. He looks in very good physical shape.
But this is not a bodybuilding competition either, so it'll be interesting to see how he performs with the loss in 15 pounds. I think he's lower than when he was heavyweight, 15 to 20 pounds. A lot of guys lose the weight differently, Ray.
Mike Perez realizes that this is a very important fight for him, fighting Keith Tapia.
Good body shots by Perez a second ago. Nice straight left hand and right hook to the body. Very good strategy. He's got to put pressure on Tapia. Don't let Tapia sit on the outside and pick him apart. Both guys have a lot of confidence. Nice straight right hand by Keith Tapia. Got the attention of Mike Perez.
And Mike Perez certainly has a propensity to end fights early. He has 15 wins inside 3 rounds compared to that of 9 for Tapia. Both gentlemen have extensive amateur careers. They were world champions in the amateurs. Perez won the World Juniors in 2004. Tapia the World Cadets in 2007. And for Perez, he suffered a defeat at the hands of Maurice Bredes in the quarterfinals, where he fought for the WBC Cruiserweight Championship of the world. It's the only time that Perez has suffered a defeat to a cruiserweight in the pros. Other losses, as you pointed out, Brian Jennings and Alexander Povetkin.
In his fight with Brian Jennings, was an absolute war. Brian Jennings, obviously worked very hard on that fight.
And Sam Burgos warning Tapia.
You can't do that. You understand? It's going to cost you a point. You understand what I'm saying? 1 point. Intentional hit behind the head.
Wow.
1 point. Intentional hit behind the head.
Burgos deducts a point already from Perez for a deliberate shot behind the head.
Keep it clean. Stay there. Stay there.
What he did, Ray, he held his head down, and it was obvious that the referee was saying break, and he still tried to hit him when his head was down. So, it's the first round, still a lot of nervous energy. Both guys are trying to make a statement, and the referee penalized him.
But not even a warning is surprising.
Yeah, because it was the intent, Ray. It wasn't an accidental thing. He did it on purpose.
And that ends the first.
Let's go. Let's go.
And what we have in the first round, Ray, could be a 10-8 round for Tapia, because I feel like he was in control. He landed more punches, and with the point deduction, there we see it. And let's take a look and see exactly what happened.
And let's take a look at the foul here, BJ. Okay, so there it was, and bang, downward. And Tapia didn't like that too much and responded in a not too kind way, but there is a shot. And now I understand why they deducted it. I saw it briefly from a broadcast position, but that was absolutely deliberate.
It's all based on the intent, Ray. It wasn't an accidental punch, so.
Understand? But the key is settle pressure. Okay, so there you go.
And now in the corner of Tapia, looks like they're trying to get their fighter under control, get him calmed down, and get back to the game plan, which is the box.
Let's go. Seconds out. Let's go.
Round number 2. This one is scheduled for 10. Ray Flores, BJ Flores here in Orlando. Still to come, we have the quarterfinals of the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight Tournament coming up. Juniel Dorticos and Matuz Masternak. Perez coming out stronger.
Nice right hook, straight left hand by Perez. You see the physical strength of Perez. He's definitely the physically stronger fighter. You see him kind of walking Tapia back a little bit. and when he shoots, he's got a lot of authority on his punches, Ray. Very heavy-handed.
Stop. No throw. Let him go.
Well, Perez can certainly put you out with one punch. Tapia takes him a little while to do so, but he seems to wear you down.
Nice and clean. Let him go. Box
Yeah, he
it out,
does, but I
gentlemen.
hear
You
a lot of
box it
people
out.
say that Tapia can't punch, and I disagree because I feel like he's got enough power to keep guys off him. I saw when he fought Andrew Tabiti, it was a very close fight, a fight that Tapia was winning in the first 4 or 5 rounds, but Tabiti came on late, and every fight I've ever seen Tapia in, he's always had the respect of his opponents.
Yeah, and for Tapia, he has been inactive since last year against Latif Coyote. Perez has only been in the ring for 30 seconds in the last year, so both guys heavy periods of inactivity.
Nice counter right hook by Perez a second ago.
Nice right hook that connected by Perez on the chest of Tapia.
And you see he's heavy-handed. He gets in position. He's a Cuban fighter. He comes with that excellent amateur pedigree. He knows how to fight, and he's showing why he was one of the best prospects in Cuba several years ago.
Perez is a southpaw, conventionalist Tapia. Perez is looking for his opening.
Nice right hand by Tapia on the inside.
70 seconds left here in the second.
You see Perez being very physical with Tapia on the inside. Hitting him behind the head there.
And now they're both some of the fouls are increasing, and Sam Burgos warns them both. Under a minute left in round 2.
Nice straight
right hand that connected by Tapia. Perez acknowledged it.
Very important that Perez keeps his head off the center. He needs to move to the right. You see him trying to step on the lead foot of Tapia there, but he needs to move to the right, his right, out of the straight right, out of the range of the straight right hand from Tapia. Set up his own left hand. You see him walking straight in a straight line. That's what he does not want to do. Angle into his right. Land that lead right hook and that counter left hand. Good body shot.
Perez barreling into Tapia. They're both tying up at close quarters and holding behind the head. And now Tapia releases the back of the head of Perez.
Nice right uppercut by Tapia. He timed it very well.
Round 2 draws to a close. And here is some of the work from Perez.
Nice counter right hook at the same time that Tapia was trying to shoot the right hand. And then you just see him being very rough with Tapia on the inside. And Tapia took those shots well.
There's a nice jab and a right hand by Tapia. There you see Keith Tapia.
Stay outside, don't hold them.
You're doing that shit. There you go. Snatch that shit. When you see
So far, 2 entertaining rounds, BJ.
Yeah, and it could be scored one of 2 ways. 10-8 for Tapia in the first round, and depending on who you liked in the second round, we'll see what the scorecards say. But, you know, Perez definitely getting closer in that second round. So he landed some nice right hooks and was looking to get, counterpunch Tapia as he comes in.
Perez, more aggressive now, realizes he has to bridge the gap and not give Tapia too much distance.
Very physically strong on the inside, Perez. You see him. Nice body shot again.
But when you're going up against heavyweights like Povetkin and Brian Jennings, that's not an easy task, and Carlos Takam as well.
Don't forget about Carlos Takam, an absolute monster from Africa and a very tough guy. So, Povetkin, obviously Jennings, the creme de la creme of the heavyweight division, but, guys like Takam, there's a few other guys that he fought as well, and he learned a lot in those heavyweight ranks.
And also, BJ, to go to Latvia and fight Bradis, I mean, come on now. That was no small task.
Yeah, Bradis very good, and probably the sleeper in the cruiserweight World Boxing Super Series last year. A guy who nobody really knew about, but he fought Alexander Usyk, life and death, and a lot of people thought Bradis won that fight. So, definitely someone to watch out for in the future.
Don't push his face.
Sam Burgos telling Keith Tapia, don't push the face of Perez. 100 seconds left here in the third.
Nice combination by Tapia.
Tapia connected, and he hammered away upon Perez coming forward. Perez seems to be content with one punch at a time. He's looking for that seismic shot, BJ, whereas Tapia is being more active of the two.
Nice straight right jab by Perez a second ago. And I think that's a beautiful body shot. And that's going to be the key if he wants to win this fight. Start to dig the body of Tapia. Don't get in a combination contest with him. He's shooting good left hand again by Perez. Dig that body and take his legs away.
Tapia looked right over at Perez as Perez is trying to come forward. Tapia has a good amount of fans that have made their way here to the CFE Arena in Orlando.
Beautiful right hook to the body by Perez. And you see those punches starting to do some damage now, Ray. He's really landing some nice body shots, and Tapia's taking them well, but you see the legs of him slowly starting just to not move quite so quickly like they did in the first 2 rounds.
Well, I'll say this, Tapia looks to be a little softer in the middle than what I've seen him in recent fights. Maybe it was that 15 or that 13-month layoff that he has had.
You know, Tapia, though, has never been a body beautiful type of guy. He's always been a guy who comes in, doesn't necessarily look like a weightlifter or anything, but he's always in shape. But you got to give credit to Perez for those you know, very accurate body shots.
Left hook to the body. Tapia backs him up with the combination.
Good combinations
in the books. And there is Yuniel Dorticos, the former WBA Cruiserweight Champion of the world. He takes on Mateusz Masternak. That is next here in Orlando.
Send you to the body. Go back to the head. I want you. Then when he try to tie you up,
You lost that round, but you won the first. Listen, let's go. Let's go. Clean touch. Clean touch. Look at this. Here's the crowd there.
Step back. Step back, Mike.
Back here in Orlando, World Boxing Super Series round 4. This one's scheduled for 10. Mike Perez and Keith Tapia going at it here, 2 cruiserweights. Perez actually is an alternate. So likely, if there was ever any injuries in the cruiserweight tournament, one of these gentlemen will go ahead and get the call. The winner of this fight.
And who wouldn't mind seeing either one of these guys? Both guys have great pedigrees. You know, both have a lot to prove in the professional ranks still, and both guys are very eager to prove it. So Keith Tapia has a lot of confidence. Mike Perez knows he belongs, especially in the cruiserweight division. He's been in with the best heavyweights, and he's always been competitive, barring the fight with Alexander Povetkin.
Well, for Mike Perez, at 33 years of age, one would gather that he really needs to make a definitive statement now in his career. He has had coaches like Glenn McCroy, Adam Booth, and Robert Garcia, but neither one of those coaches have been able to put together what they feel is the raw, natural potential that Perez has always seemed to have.
He's very athletic, Ray. You see the upper body movement. That's something very difficult in the heavier divisions. Nice right hand by Tapia, but something very difficult for the bigger guys to deal with. Someone who constantly moves their head like that, because not many guys do it. Perez is very smooth and very fluid with that head movement. Heavy-handed.
Don't forget to follow us on social media. World Boxing Super Series. Get involved in the conversation on social media. Still to come are 2 matchups when it comes to the tournament, the cruiserweight tournament, and also we have the bantamweight tournament.
Good straight left hand from Perez a second ago, and a nice counter right uppercut from Tapia on the inside. You know, even though Tapia is a taller fighter, he's getting some good things done in there, but he doesn't want to sit in there too long, because that's where Perez can really get to him. Tapia needs to stay on the outside, hit Perez with a straight right hand and the left hook as he's walking in.
A straight right that missed for Tapia. A right hook to the body by Perez that found its mark.
And that's slowing down the punch output of Tapia a little bit. Those good body shots that Perez has started to land the last couple rounds.
And Perez gets good leverage behind those punches as well, BJ.
Great leverage. He puts his body into the punches and he knows how to maximize everything.
Okay.
Good round for Perez in this round. And not so much just because he's winning the round, but he's been in control and his punches have really done some damage to Tapia in this round.
Well, he's dictating the pace of this round. Round 4 draws to a close.
He's trying to steal the fucking rounds from you, man. Don't you hear the 30?
And there is Mateusz Masternak, the master. He is preparing for his matchup against Juniel Dorticos. That is up next here at the World Boxing Super Series, the Cruiserweight quarterfinals. Masternak of Polish descent. We're here in Orlando at the CFE Arena for the 3rd week of the World Boxing Super Series. The quarterfinals. We've been in Japan, Russia, and now here in Orlando. Next week, we will be in New Orleans, so down in the Bayou.
Really excited about that, Ray. We got a fantastic card in our hands in New Orleans, and trying out some of that Southern cooking.
Absolutely. Regis Prograis against Turbo Terry Flanagan is atop the bill.
And Prograis is a guy that has got a lot of people in the boxing industry excited with his combination punching and his ability to go out there and put on an impressive show. So looking forward to seeing him ringside next week.
Well, right now, though, we have Mike Perez and Keith Tapia. Is Tapia coming out and being more active and aggressive here in round number 5?
And Tapia is a very proactive guy. If he knows he lost a round, when he goes back to the corner, he hears it from his gut. Nice straight right hand from Tapia. Might have hurt Perez a little bit. He hit him right on the top of the head and caught him very clean, Ray.
Well, Perez took the shot well. It seemed to wobble him for a brief moment, but then he's continued and kept his composure.
Let him go. Let him go, Blue.
He's got a great chin.
Just over a minute has elapsed in this 5th round.
Break. Listen. Stay back.
Tapia's got to get more busy with that right hand as Perez is trying to walk in. Slide over to his left. Set traps. Let Perez figure the traps out. And when he doesn't do things accurately or correctly, hammer him with that right hand and that left hook. The best punch to hit a southpaw with. Also, when a southpaw's walking in, another good combination is the left hook right hand. They both work.
Stop.
And Tapia and Perez. Tapia had Perez on his back. Nice combination by Keith Tapia. And back comes Perez.
Beautiful left hand on the body and a beautiful right uppercut left hook from Tapia in return. Beautiful straight punches from a tall fighter on the inside.
What a matchup we have been witnessing so far. A nice right hook to the body by Perez to Tapia.
Stop.
And this is a close round. Tapia's landed some good clean punches this round. Perez has added some pressure, but needs to land some more punches in the end here if he wants to win round number 5. Obviously some very big things in the cruiserweight division await the winner of this fight, Ray.
Well, they will certainly put themselves in line in case someone gets injured moving forward. A right hook to the body by Perez. Tapia. And now Tapia, they turn around. They had a brief halt in action. And Tapia gets clipped with the right hook. Tapia seems to be totally gassed right now, BJ. I don't know if he's playing possum, but he looks to be very tired.
Ooh, nice left hand by Perez on the inside.
Oh, you gotta let him go. Stop. You're holding.
And that ends the round.
Let's go. Breathe. Keep out of my head. Come on. Deep breath. Keep out of my head.
And here is some of the work. They both had moments of success, BJ.
Nice straight right hand by Tapia a second ago. But look, Perez had his moments as well. He dug some nice body shots. Nice right uppercut, left hook by Tapia. But I'm going to tell you right now, Ray, we can look at the geography of this fight and tell whose fight it is. When they're on the inside, Perez is in control.
And there is a right uppercut that connected upon Mike Perez from Tapia.
Beautiful punches by Tapia, but again, Mike Perez, he was the guy who was kind of pushing all the action back. Tapia landed some close shots. Good, very close round, could go either way, but if I'm in the corner of Tapia, I'm telling him stay on the outside and hit him with the right hand as he's walking in.
Come on. Nice and clean, gentlemen. Let's go.
Round 6. This is the second half of this matchup between Keith Tapia and Mike Perez. We'll see if Perez can get on the inside as
Let him go. Let him go.
Perez using that straight left hand. Tapia needs to remain at distance.
Good body shot by Perez a second ago. You see him just, look, forget about the head. Maybe you're going to move it, maybe you don't, but I know you're not going to move the body, so I'm going to continue to dig that straight left hand and that little left uppercut in that body every time, and it's going to pay dividends later in the fight.
It's been doing so for Perez here. Now, there's that left to the body, followed by a right hook to the rib cage.
And it's one of the main punches that a southpaw needs to use against an orthodox fighter, the left uppercut. And the same thing vice versa. Tapia needs to, and he has used the right uppercut, but he needs to use it more. Both guys are completely squared up for either shot.
We saw in between rounds, PJ, that right uppercut smashed and connected on the jaw of Perez. Can Tapia go back to that as we near 100 seconds to go in the 6th?
I mean, there's still 4.5 rounds left in this fight, Ray, so it's a lot left. A lot of fights still left to be played. Again,
a big straight left smacking off the head of Tapia.
I mean, those punches hurt even when they're blocked and deflected. Mike Perez obviously has very heavy hands. He knows a seasoned veteran, a guy who's been around boxing his entire life. He knows where to put that shot. So even though it doesn't land, it still takes its toll.
Well, also it hits the forearms. It hits the wrist. It enables you and does not allow you to throw punches without feeling the effects of those shots, even though they were absorbed by the forearms and they weren't taken directly on the chin.
Nice left uppercut again. And, if you're in the corner of Perez, you want to tell him here, look, it may not look like there's so many openings there, but just continually come forward, move your head coming in, and let your hands go and gas your man out. So I see Perez really starting to step on the gas here in this 6th round. Tapia needs to let his hands go and remind him.
Nice left hook to the body by Tapia. Under 30 seconds remaining here in the 6th round.
And you hear somebody in the audience yell, let your hands go, Mike. I agree with the kid. I'm not sure who said it, but if Mike will just let his hands go, he will see, Tapia start to unfold a little bit in these last 3 rounds.
Round 6 is in the books.
Ya está aguantando, que se va a you're fighting his fight, man. You gotta fight harder. You're holding him. That's what he wants. Hit this dude, bro. Oh, shit. More right hand.
Come on, you're outside. Use your fakes. Throw your right hand to the body to a jab. Right hand to the body, a jab. Gotta throw 3, 4 at a time. Come on, Keith, let's go.
When you get in, finally it's time to start working. Tapping, and step back and hit him with something. Don't rest. Bring this boy back young.
Sit back, Mike. Sit back for me. Good job.
We're here at the CFE Arena in Orlando for the 3rd week of the 2nd season of the World Boxing Super Series. This is a cruiserweight matchup. Keith Tapia and Mike Perez. Ray Flores, BJ Flores here. through 6 rounds. What are your observations on the fight thus far, BJ?
You know, I think the first few rounds, Tapia was the busier guy. He was landing more shots. But, you know, in the last 3 rounds, we've seen a little bit of a momentum shift. We've seen Perez start to dig the shots into the body. We've seen Tapia still at his moments, but it seems like the fight is going more in Perez's favor. And that's because Tapia has been okay to sit in the middle and trade with him. Big mistake.
Clean, clean, clean.
When Tapia, his punch activity has lessened, and there's a right hook to the body by Perez.
And those are sharp shots. And you see Perez, nice right hand by Tapia, but you see Perez shot starting to have an effect on Tapia. You see he doesn't have that same bounce in his legs. He doesn't have the same snap in his punches, and that's all a result of a good body attack by Mike Perez.
And there is the punch output for Tapia. He is actually throwing more than that of Perez, but I think a lot of that has taken place in the first 3 rounds because from the 5th and 6th round on, it has been Perez who's been more the aggressor.
Correct. And remember, all these fights are scored on a 10-point must system. So the winner of the round gets 10 points, the loser gets 9, 8, or 7, depending if there's knockdowns. And it's just, you know, it's only a round-by-round basis.
And let's take into account that Tapia has a 10-8 round because Perez threw a deliberate, ill-advised shot to the back of the head of Tapia.
He does, and that was a mistake, but that's only 1 round. So, to be honest with you, I think Perez is working himself back into the fight. He could be down 1 round now. He could be close to even, or he could be down 2 rounds. But either way, the momentum is kind of shifting his way.
Well, Tapia's doing a lot of talking instead of actually going to work.
He's doing a lot of talking because there's a lot going on in those clinches, Ray, that we can't see from out here. Both guys are fighting for position. Both guys are trying to move their arms, hold, push around, grab the head, make their guy tired. So there's a lot that happens on the inside that, you know, sometimes we can't see.
Yeah, both guys have been involved in boxing for a long time. As Perez is 33 years of age, Tapia is 28.
And one thing we haven't seen from Tapia at all this round is the right uppercut. And if he's going to sit on the inside at close quarters with Perez, he's got to take advantage of that punch because Perez is open for it. But again, you see the snappiness, you see the power, you see the aggression of Perez starting to come forth in the 7th round. He's really starting to take control here. Even though the scorecard, it might be closer, he might be down a round.
Perez with a straight left. They're connected on Tapia. Now they both look at each other for like 3 or 4 seconds.
Good round for Perez.
And round 7 draws to a close.
Keep going inside with the guy. Stay outside.
Give me the grease. He got a cut on his eye.
Where?
Yeah, look.
Let me see.
Come on, listen. I don't know what happened.
Look at him.
Right, porque está peleando la pelea de él. You know what I'm saying?
Push your hand. Push your hand.
Tócala las manos, bro. Dale la cara a este tipo.
When you tell me, you should tell me.
Thing over his head. Start stepping back and bringing him under. Bringing him under. Don't rest, understand me? Look at me. Keep touching. This fight is yours if you do what I tell you.
Get him on it. Let's go. Seconds out. Nice and clean, Mike. You got it. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Let's go, Joe.
Round 8, this one scheduled for 10 between Keith Tapia and Mike Perez. This fight's getting closer, BJ.
Yeah, we talked about it last round, Ray. Perez, you know, he's a 10 and a 12 round fighter, so he's used to this type of fight. And these fights, the fight doesn't actually start until the 5th, 6th round. So Mike Perez is taking advantage of a physically smaller Tapia, but Tapia's got to let his hands go and remind Perez that he's in the fight.
Keep going. Don't let him rest. Don't let him rest. Keep going. Right back to him. Get him back.
Perez trying to jab his way on the inside, whereas Tapia picking his spots.
I like what Perez is doing, though. It doesn't look like it's difficult, but it is. The way Perez is moving his head, he's using the taunt with the jab, and he's walking forward. It makes it very difficult. He's got Keith in a little trouble here.
There's a right hook, but it all started with that straight left. And now Tapia and Perez wrestling on the inside.
Stop holding him.
Sam Burgos letting them fight out of the clinch.
Nice left uppercut on the inside from Tapia, but he didn't get a lot of leverage on the punch, Ray. You see his legs are kind of straight up. He's not really squatted down with those shots, and the way his feet are positioned, he can't get a lot of power on those punches, so he needs to stay on the outside and regain his composure.
And he's breathing through his mouth is what Tapia is doing. Tapia is breathing through his mouth. He is clearly, visibly tired.
The breathing through the mouth doesn't concern me as much because a lot of fighters have deviated septums. They can't really breathe through their nose. So, but at the same time, I see the snap coming off his punches and the snap coming out of his legs. So that's what's more concerning to me than breathing out of the mouth.
Let's go.
70 seconds left here in the 8th.
Couple good body punches from Tapia. And you see what Perez is doing on the inside, the head position of where his head is. He's trying to put his head underneath the chin of Tapia to one side on his collarbone. But when he's got his head there, he's in position to punch, and Tapia is not. Very important. Big right hook from Perez. And you see a 7 and 8 round body attack from Perez finally starting to take its toll on Tapia. He's kind of lagging around on the inside. He's not shooting anything sharp, and Perez looks to be in complete control. The physically imposing, physically stronger guys imposing his will.
And that ends the round.
Look, at the end of that damn round, I want you to let your damn hands go. Okay, you did very well when he threw that damn little flurry. I don't want these damn judges to see that. Understand me? Look at me, man.
And here's some good work from Mike Perez.
And he's just staying busy there, Ray. He's letting his hands go. Even though it doesn't look pretty, he's letting the punches go, and over time they're taking their toll on Keith Tapia.
Let's go.
Vamos. Let's go.
Mike Perez, Keith Tapia. Round 9, this one's scheduled for 10. BJ, this is a very interesting matchup between the two, as both gentlemen, I would have to say, are at a crossroads in their careers. Neither guy has been active recently. Both guys need this victory. Both guys are looking to clamor their way towards a title shot or to be a reserve if someone gets hurt in the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight tournament.
You know, look, even if they don't make it into the tournament, even if nobody gets hurt, the winner of this fight is still in very good position. Look, Alexander Usyk is going to be going to heavyweight very shortly, and there's going to be a lot of vacancies that guys like Perez and Keith Tapia can both jump into. So the winner of this fight takes a huge step forward, and Perez has already been there.
Tapia's trying to get there. His only blemish came to Andrew Tabiti in May of 2016.
But you see the physical, how imposing of a figure Mike Perez is at cruiserweight. He's one of those guys that, look, a lot of times when Chris Bird went from heavyweight down to light heavyweight, when you lose that weight like that, they weren't able to carry the same strength. And when Roy Jones went up to 205 and fought John Ruiz, and then he went back down to 175 to fight Antonio Tarver, he wasn't able to bring his power because it's so difficult to lose weight and maintain your power. But Mike Perez looks to be in fantastic shape as a cruiserweight. He's got snap, he's seeing things, and his timing's still pretty good.
Stop.
And Tapia came over by us as he was on the top rope. His hands were on the top rope. Nice right hook by Perez.
Perez looks very fresh here in this 9th round, Ray. And that's got to be mentally exhausting
for Tapia. You took the words right out of my mouth. It's constant forward pressure, BJ.
Just bullying Tapia here in the 9th round. And you know, Tapia, he's not shooting the punches that he needs to shoot to deter Mike Perez from coming right in his wheelhouse. Again, much easier said than done. Mike Perez is a world amateur champion, a very, very good professional. So easy to sit here on the outside and say what he should do, but you got to give full credit to Mike Perez for the job he's doing tonight, especially in these last 4 rounds.
He's just been digging down deep, has Mike Perez. He's been digging down deep, has been more active, aggressive, and he has been giving fits to Keith Tapia. And Tapia came in with a lot of energy. I mean, I think his pre-fight walk, it even tired me out, for crying out loud, BJ. I mean, he came in dancing, spinning around. Maybe he should have saved some of that energy for Mike Perez.
Yeah, everybody's different. Another good round for Mike Perez.
Stay outside the box. But you got to be busy. You got to win this last round.
As we take a look at some of the work, there we see Mike Perez with a big shot. There is the jab, and boom! But it was like a jab, but it seemed to fluster Tapia.
Push, come on, you got to push this round. Come on, give me this last round, please. Last round, baby. Come on.
Okay, you got to get it. Let me just fight 10 seconds. Grind it. Let's go. Back to them.
This is the 10th and final round between Keith Tapia and Mike Perez.
Nice straight right hand a second ago from Tapia. Tapia really needs to make a statement in this final round. Ray, got him down on my card.
I was going to ask you, BJ, I think that Perez has been taken over. Big shot that found its mark for Perez, that left hook.
Big left hand from Perez a second ago, and you saw how it took effect on the legs of Tapia. So, you know, Tapia's got to step on the gas here and let those hands go, because Perez is looks like he's the man on a mission.
Well, Perez at 33 years of age, we're finally starting to see some signs of urgency on his behalf in his career.
Let him go, let him go. You can't hold him, let him go. You gotta stop holding him, let's go. You gotta let him go. Stop, 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 stop. Hey, back, stop. I said stop. Let's go. Let's go.
They're both exchanging. That right uppercut now starting to come out a little bit more for Tapia.
Nice right hook a second ago from Perez as well. You know, again, we've talked about this all fight, Ray. The geography of the fight is so important here. When they're on the inside like this, Tapia might have his moments, but he might win a couple battles here and there. But the name of the game is winning the war, and when they're inside, Mike Perez will win the war.
And they both exchange hooks as we're at the midway mark of the fight. Now Tapia coming out with a couple of double up hooks.
Again, he's a very good fighter, and he's going to have his moments when he decides he wants to. But when they're inside, Perez has an advantage.
Perez tying up Keith Tapia.
And Tapia might be completely spent after those last couple combinations. Those took a lot of effort.
He gave a lot to both combinations, BJ, as you pointed out.
Come on, gentlemen, stop holding, let's go. Let him go.
Can Tapia close out strong? Perez is trying to do the same.
And both guys, you know, really
Let him go.
put everything on the line in this fight. You know, Tapia obviously physically overmatched by a very sound Perez, but he's been game the entire fight. And Perez has continually imposed his will on Tapia.
Clean, let's go.
All right, hook to the body by Perez to Tapia. They are both trying to bring out everything from their arsenal. Tapia with a combination. Now he barrels into Perez. I believe there's a laceration on the left eye of Tapia.
Nice left hook by Tapia. You see the guy's got so much heart and so much courage. He's not going to go down quietly, but nice finish to the fight by Mike Perez in a great 10th round.
They are both letting everything hang out as we go to the scorecards. An entertaining matchup between Mike Perez and Keith Tapia.
Some outstanding action in the 10th round. You see a nice overhand left by Mike Perez, a nice right hook again, but Tapia also had his moments. He had a couple nice combinations and really came alive, but again, the geography of this fight so important. When they're in close, for the most part, Perez is getting the better of the exchanges. Nice left hook from Tapia as he stepped to the side and created a different angle to land some shots. So much heart and determination from both fighters. It's rare you see that kind of punch output from cruiserweights in the 9th and 10th rounds. You know, Keith Tapia's over in the corner, you know, bouncing around, looking fresh. Feels like he might have done enough to win the fight. I think it's going to be real close on the scorecards. Again, that 10-8 round in the first. Let's see if that has any type of effect on, you know, who wins this fight. Both guys had their moments, but Mike Perez really controlled the middle portion and the later portion of this fight. Both guys in the middle of the ring, and let's throw it to Ray at ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. Judge at ringside, Thomas Nardoni has it 97-92. And James O'Connor and Michael Ross see the bout identical. 96-93 for your winner by unanimous decision, Mike Perez.
(96-93, 97-92), pretty close scores. You know, it didn't. The 10-8 round in the first round didn't play into the decision at all. Mike Perez won the fight, regardless whether that point was taken away. And look, you got to give him credit. He came down to cruiserweight, sought out some tough guys, and Keith Tapia was game tonight. But Mike Perez, the better man, and neither fighter has anything to hang their head about. Mike Perez looking to make some big statements in the cruiserweight division. Let's look ahead now to our World Boxing Super Series